Where is my phone? It is currently 5 a.m. and we're out here doing wheelies. No way! No way! Boys, you know who that is. It's been a minute since we've been out riding with RJ, and he claims he's been killing it, but his pet has been down, so he's out here on the OG 150 going absolutely crazy already. 5 a.m. This bike was running so bad last time I rode it, but I feel like for the wheelies it'll be pretty good. It's just running bad in the top end. Huh? Yeah, you just gotta get back farther. You're not at the balance. Nah. Yeah. On the OG 150. The balance point's so off in these ones, like the way the motor mount is, I think it's a little to the side, so it's like ass to balance. Am I even recording? Yeah. It wants to turn so bad. The motor mount's probably just a little bit crooked. When I go like this, I'm trying to...
You might need to take them off a wheelie. Mando.
Whoa! Dude, I thought he was going into the side. Literally just going in out here right now. We just plan on coming out for a session. I thought I'd just throw the GoPro on just cause I didn't really plan on vlogging that much, but you get the clips, you see what's going on, you see the work. Yep. 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 He said the whole way. No way. Yup, all the way up. Alright boys, it's about to start getting loud in the garage. We got the fans going now. It's super hot in Vegas. It's about like 110, like the average right now, probably for the rest of summer. Besides that, we need to get to the title, the thumbnail of this video, and show you guys the new project I picked up. I've been wanting one of these for a while now. It's like a little 2-stroke gem. A lot of people know about them, a lot of people don't know about them, and I'm stoked to finally have one. It's almost like a pit bike in a sense. The new little project build that we're gonna be doing. I scooped this thing up for pretty cheap. Doesn't run right now, so gives us an opportunity to make some videos. I'm always up for another project. So, like I said, been wanting one of these for a minute. But all right, without further ado, we got a 2000 Yamaha Blaster, baby. And I mean, honestly, for this thing being 23 years old, almost 23 years old now, this thing's in really good condition, and I'm gonna even make it a whole lot cleaner once we dive in here and clean this thing up a bit. So scoop this thing up for a super deal, $900. I almost pulled the trigger on grabbing a few of these blasters I've seen pop up, but everybody wants like $2 grand plus for them now. It's just, I think ever since COVID, really motorcycles shot up and then never really went down ever since. But finally saw one pop up for a deal. This one doesn't run right now, so it's like a MOPBOYZ special. I feel like everything we get never is really running condition. So I don't really think it needs too much to it. It feels great when it kicks over. It feels like it has compression. It feels really smooth in there. The gas has obviously been sitting a long time in it. The story behind it is I picked it up in an older part of town. The guy has like a shop for razors, and he had this in storage for, he said, like at least 5 or 6 years. I see a registration sticker right here. This is 2017 on it, so I'm assuming it sat in there for like 5 years. And he said before that it was only ridden like once or twice, and then it was sitting for like 10 years before that. So this thing's been sitting a long time, so who knows about fluids that are in here. So that's obviously got to be dumped out and changed. That's one of the first things. Chain, really dry, really crusty, really stiff. I could save it, but went ahead and ordered a new chain. Probably gonna order myself a new chain guide, seeing how that one's all like chipping away down there. I don't know if you can see it. So order myself a new chain guide. Got a carb rebuild kit on the way already. The back brake literally does not work. These things have a kind of a crazy back brake. Oh, also, before I dive too much into it, this is a 2000, so it's before they went disc brake up front. I kind of really wanted a disc brake model, but like I said, I jumped on this one because I just couldn't pass it up. It was such a deal for me. It fit exactly what I'm going for. Something that's like savable. This really doesn't need too much work, but can still come in here, clean everything up, give it a real good freshen up, and have a really dialed bike. Because of this one being the drum style one, it has this crazy parking brake situation, which actually runs to the rear brake, which comes all the way down here, has a weird cable connector right here, goes to the back. First thing is, it feels so much slack in there. Look at that thing moving up there. These are kind of just a weird setup. It makes it really hard because the only spots you can really adjust it is up here, which is maxed out as you can see, and then back here on the actual caliper itself. So this cable is just thrashed. It's really old, it's really dry and brittle, and they make a shorty cable which literally goes from here and it changes this connector and just to the back, and it deletes this parking brake. So I already ordered one of those, got that on the way, and like I said, I'm pretty much gonna come in here and freshen everything up. So we're gonna delete the oil tank and block off the inlets for that, and just run pre-mix like we do on everything. So we'll take this tank out, it'll clear this whole rear end up back here, and then pre-mix is the move. So then we'll pre-mix it, drain all the gas out of it, probably drain all the gearbox oil out of it, possibly put a new clutch. I was kind of debating if I want to go that far into it right off the bat and just go freshen it all the way up. And obviously new plugs, probably check the reeds on it, possibly just put new reeds in it. Probably new brake pads since I'm in that rear end already. Definitely new grips. These grips are old and crusty and dried out and torn off over here. So, and really just clean this thing up. Like, hopefully I can find another set of OEM graphics. I'm a big fan of the graphic kits on the Yamaha, and like I said, this is kind of like a pit bike of a Banshee, if you will, because it's a 2-stroke 200cc single cylinder, but it's set up exactly how the Banshee is, pretty much on everything else. It's like a mini Banshee. It almost kind of replicates a Banshee, like even the rear fenders, etc., etc., the foot guards, the everything's kind of like a Banshee, and they follow somewhat of the Banshee years. And then look at the 2000 Banshee. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at that. That's rad. And a lot of the other ones follow it. Like the 2006 is exactly like this, and they also have a white version. I like the 2006 a lot with the headlight on the front, but yeah, I just couldn't pass up this deal. So we're gonna take off the cooler rack. I have one on my Banshee, on the drag Banshee, but this bike's really kind of gonna be like my mess around wheelie bike. I wanna get comfortable foot braking and riding a quad wheelie wise, so I can definitely step right up to the Banshee and not have as much of the learning curve. I might put a pipe on it, we'll see. Kind of gonna just clean everything up and hear this thing run. Definitely gonna do the carb, check the reeds and all that before I even try firing it over, draining all the gas out of it, draining all the fluids, because I don't want that gas that's been sitting in there even going through the bike right now. So yeah, air cooled, very simple layout on these bikes, and I'm so stoked on that. A lot of the MOPBOYZ are stoked on this as much as I am. I know it's not a scooter build, but it is another two-stroke. I just like two-strokes in general, so that's why I'm a big fan of the Banshees and KX100. Literally everything right here, all two-strokes. So yeah, stoked to see this thing. I don't think these came with a battery, but it has like a weird like battery tray looking thing in here. Overall, this bike is actually pretty clean, but I don't know what sat in there. It almost looks like a battery tray, which is kind of weird to me. That's gonna do it for this video. As you saw, me and RJ went out. We got some work in on the scoots. We'll probably go out again tomorrow. Just trying to get seat time. I never get seat time on actually doing like any wheelie stuff. Like that's why you see a lot of my Instagram clips are out front of my house, because I'll pull a bike out and just do some couple wheelies up and down the street. That's the only time I seat time get, like messing around doing like stunting stuff. Otherwise, we're usually riding on the roads, and I'll throw some stuff down, some knee knockers and stuff like that, but it's kind of sketchy learning like one-handers and stuff like that when you got cars like right on your ass. But yeah, get some more seat time in. That was super fun. Stoked on the Blaster build, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one.